All right, good morning and welcome to Off the Desk on this Monday morning. I'm Julia O'Keefe.
I'm Lindsay Genetasio.
Yes, Lindsay's joining me here today. We kind of teased ahead to this episode last week. We said we had a special guest on Monday. And we knew that Lindsay wanted to talk about the Taylor Swift album because she's our pop culture princess. And she has...
Oh, thank you.
She just has so many thoughts inside there about pop culture things.
100%. I'm ready for this. I came prepared.
Ooh, no pun intended. You're ready for it. That's a Taylor Swift song for Reputation album.
I love it.
Yes. Well, again, it's another Monday in the wake of an album release, a New Music Friday, if you will. And so Kaylee and I talked about this on Friday. At that point, we kind of agreed that we weren't going to look online. It was also I had listened to everything by 8 o'clock in the morning, so I hadn't looked at much social media yet that day. But we kind of agreed that we weren't going to look at other people's opinions and just talk about the album ourselves that first day. So now I sat with it all weekend. I've engaged on social media, and I have my thoughts. I know you have your thoughts too.
I'm ready.
What's your general first listen opinion, or multiple listens now? I'm sure.
Oh, 100%, definitely multiple. Yeah. So with the chaotic weekend that I had, I only was able to listen to like the first 4 songs at first. And I kid you not, The Fate of Ophelia was just on repeat, and I was like, okay, I have to finish the album first.
Yeah,
I gotta work through here.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched the music video yet, though.
I haven't either. I haven't watched any of them. Yeah.
Dropped, yesterday?
I think so, yeah.
I already heard it was so good. So when I eventually, got through the rest of it, I was looking through and I was like, okay, 13 is each song representing an era. Because when I was listening, I was like, Opalite should have been on Speak Now.
I could see that. Wait, I thought it was only 12 tracks. Is it 13?
Okay, 13, there's this little,
there's new ones, right? Or whatever.
It's like a voice recording.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Interesting. Oh, so you're getting analytical.
I'm getting analytical.
Okay, so Opalite does kind of give Speak Now. Okay.
Canceled, Reputation.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wishlist. That's the thing. Wishlist, but also kind of gives Reputation.
Yeah, a couple of them give Reputation. A lot of people are saying that too. Mm-hmm. I think I would agree. There are a few right away. So does actually, I don't know. Actually, then I try to place all of them, and some of them are just a league of their own. You know?
Exactly. That's the thing.
This is playing tricks on us a bit.
No, 100%.
Just in time for spooky season.
No, exactly. Absolutely. Because now I've already looked online. I've already looked at all the analysis.
Yeah.
Father figure.
So what do you think it's about?
I think it's about Scooter Braun.
That's what I thought too.
What's executive producer?
Yeah, record
label.
Yeah. Record label, because he owned all of her masters.
Yes.
So the saga was when Taylor Swift announced that she was re-recording her old albums. It was so she could then have ownership over those because he owned all of her masters. So I thought so too, but the other side of the internet thinks it's about Olivia Rodrigo and their falling out. Because, this is news to Lindsay. Yeah. So Olivia Rodrigo, another, pop princess, she was very open about always looking up to Taylor Swift.
Yes.
And then she sampled Taylor Swift's song New Year's Day in One Step Forward, Two Steps Back, Olivia's song. That led to a whole controversy. Taylor Swift ended up, there was a legal battle. She ended up suing to get rights, and now she's credited on that track. So there's speculation that maybe that could have been about Olivia Rodrigo. However, I'm with you on the fact that it feels like it's from the perspective of her and Ron. Yeah.
Yes.
I think so too. But
but the Olivia Rodrigo analysis, that's not too far off either.
No, it's not. And that's the thing. I think that's what Taylor Swift does so well, the ambiguity and keeping people guessing to the point where her fans are coming up with all these theories that can hold true if you want it to be, because there's so many hints in there and her life is so public. But I mean, I don't know.
That I'm shocked. I'm at no words because I would never think of that, because Taylor doesn't get scrappy like that. Like, she would never say the things she's saying in some of these songs about people directly.
Directly, no. But we saw it similarly. We'll hear with Actually Romantic is at Charlie XCX, which is that's dividing the internet right now too. One of my friends is like a huge Charlie XCX fan and a huge Swiftie, and so we were all like, Frank, who are you siding with? He's like, I plead the fifth. He's a house divided. He doesn't know. He's a house divided. So that people are calling that out and saying that it's almost Taylor Swift like stooping a little bit too low to go and attack somebody who's, you know, not as big of an industry star as she is. Because there's no one in Taylor Swift's league. Like, she is the biggest star in the world right now.
I think, like, isn't, like, her net worth, like, quadruple, like, the person in the next line?
For sure. Oh, yeah. It's actually insane. So people are saying that was a little bit privileged of her to attack someone who's like open about mental health struggles and things like that, and like a lesser. Not that Charlie XCX is like a lesser. She is obviously it's Taylor Swift, but she is
like compared to Taylor,
sells out stadiums too. But compared to Taylor, exactly. So that one's controversial as well.
Yeah.
But there are some great upbeat. Non-diss tracks.
Non-diss tracks. No, exactly. Elizabeth Taylor, I need to look into more because it's like, you know who like Elizabeth Taylor is, but I will need to look more into like the comparisons and how
there's
the connection to the media and stuff like that, which like I think that I love how a lot of women celebrities are like standing up for themselves with that and not letting the media like define them in any way. I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
We're trying to think. The Life of a Showgirl is so underrated.
I agree.
So underrated.
So that is the last track of the album. It's also the title track. It comes last. And Sabrina Carpenter's featured on this one as well. We were talking about this too. And Kaylee and I took notes when we first listened, and then we read them off the desk. We didn't talk about it before. And like we have the same brain. So half the time we have the same opinion. And then she was like, okay, yay or nay, Life of the Showgirl. I said yay. She said nay.
What?
I know. So I don't know. I love
top 2 for me.
I agree. It's up there for me too. I love that it's storytelling. It almost feels like a passing of the torch to Sabrina.
100%.
I love it. I love it.
Honestly, those are probably the best vocals I've seen from Sabrina so far.
I would agree.
The harmonizing, it just all made sense.
It's great.
Like, I would definitely say that's top 2 for me.
Yeah, I agree. I really like it too. And the whole production value, you have the violins in the background, the transition, the bridge is a little bit different. It's a little like pacey. I love it.
I
love it.
Because so I was talking about this with one of the other producers. We were talking about how Sabrina's voice is very much similar to Taylor's when Taylor started out.
I can see
so because she has like the pop, like the little like country twang to her voice.
Yeah.
So now like kind of being like passing the torch down to the next showgirl, like she sounded exactly like you at your age. So like it's just crazy how full circle it goes, how like the next generation of artists are like coming up. Like I feel like really the only artist that would even touch Taylor Swift's numbers would probably be Sabrina.
Probably, yeah. And so that leads to another song on the album, which was kind of controversial. It's divided. People are divided. Do you know what I'm going to say?
I'm not. Let's see.
Okay.
Wait.
Well, I'm talking about Wood.
I want to hear your analysis on this.
I'm not going to analyze it, but I'm just going to, in terms of Taylor Swift and Sabrina Carpenter's both as separate individuals, separate entities, each with their own separate brand. I love the song, especially like I've seen people analyze the album very deeply from a standpoint where I'm like, you're being too critical. Why don't we separate art from the artist? Like if these songs were just sitting alone, and even if they were sung by like Wood, for example, is getting criticized because people are saying that she tried to do Sabrina, but like didn't do Sabrina well enough. Because it's Taylor Swift, so it's like she's taking her, she's a millennial now. She's in her
satire's a general writing concept, and anyone can do it.
There we go, we have it right there. So people are saying that, and I'm like, well, if you just heard this song and it was sung by someone other than Taylor Swift, you would probably love it.
Exactly.
So it's one of those things where I'm like, I love it. I think I can sit back and appreciate it and laugh, and it's satire.
After everything the woman went through, she can write a couple songs with a nice glitter pen and call it a day. She deserves it.
Exactly. That's the thing. I feel like we put Taylor Swift into this box where, you know, sure she's a superwoman, but it's at the end of the day, like she's putting on music for herself too. Let the girl do what she wants.
Exactly.
Let her do what she wants.
She's happy and in love. Nothing. Everything is not always black and white here. Like she can be allowed to have all the pretty colors and the rainbows and all that.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was we're probably just getting started. I'll say
100%.
But we're gonna take a quick break, and we will be right back to talk more. You know, all the things, and also she's gonna be on Jimmy Fallon tonight, so that's exciting. I know we're all looking forward to watch that. So stay with us, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back to another Swiftie edition of Off the Desk on this Monday morning. I'm Julia O'Keefe.
I'm Lindsay.
Yes, thank you, Lindsay, for being here. Of course, I love talking Taylor Swift, and it was just a perfect day to get the week started on a good Monday yap session.
On a good note here.
Yeah, we appreciate that. So we've kind of been making our way down, talking about some of our favorite songs. Can you want to put the track list in the middle?
Of course.
Give myself a peek-see.
Of course.
We talked about, The Fate of Ophelia, you said was your favorite. Awesome. Also, where the album cover came from. I think it's probably a nod to Ophelia drowning and all that. But again, she gets saved in the song, so that's cool.
Exactly.
Opalite. Can we talk about that?
I love it.
Track 3, my favorite. It's my favorite. I texted you, I think, my Highway Jam sesh on Friday.
100% same here.
It's so good. It's so good. And now I'm starting to learn like all the words, which makes it more fun because I have to be able to sing them. I have to. That's my thing about like car songs. I have to know.
You have to sing them. Words. I think I'm singing them, but I'm usually just screaming them.
Exactly. Did you get a chance to look into any of the lore behind this song?
No.
So I did, and then my mom. I'm always talking about my mom. I'm off the desk, but I'm gonna talk about her again. So she is a big She loves listening to the Today Show radio in the car. She loves her satellite radio, which most people don't use anymore, but she loves it. And she loves it. She doesn't have to connect her phone or anything. It's right there. So the Today Show, they have like a channel. They had a Taylor Swift thing all day on the radio, and then now there's a channel 13, a Taylor Swift radio station too.
Oh my god!
So in between all of the songs, it has her voice explaining the lore behind it. So I had already known this, but my mom heard this on the radio, and she was really excited to tell me that.
That's so cute.
So Opal is Travis Kelce's birthstone, and it also happens to be Taylor's favorite gem. What are the odds, right?
What are the odds? I can't.
But opalite is a plastic opal or like a synthetic opal. So it leaves you with something to think about. But I don't know. It's interesting. So I don't know like all the lore behind why she's talking about like seeing synthetic gems. Maybe there's something there. Maybe there's something there. I don't know. So I don't know. I think that's cool. Like the nod to that's his favorite. Or his birthstone. And everything. Yeah.
I wonder what his topic.
I know. I feel like did he say it on I feel like when he was on Jason or on his podcast, he said one of them, but I forget.
I don't think he named a like specific name.
I'm gonna look that up. Talk about why you love opalite, and then I'll get back to you.
Well, I've always been like a speak now girl, like ever since I was younger. And when I first listened to the song, I was like, I'm back to being like. How old was I at 10, 11? Like 11 yelling like speak now when like mine and I was like opalite gives the same like energy and love and I'm like I can't. I was giggling like a schoolgirl.
Oh look, Travis Kelce's favorite song is Opalite.
Wow.
Swift revealed this in a radio interview explaining that it's his favorite and why. Opalite is a man-made stone, a reference to the metaphor of creating one's own happiness. That's it.
That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. I love that she's in love.
I do too. Additionally, Opal is Travis's birthstone, making the song a specialized personalized. Okay, I figured it was going to be something about like not. I didn't want to say synthetic, obviously, because this is real love. Like they're in
100%.
They're in love. But man-made was probably a better way because then that alludes to something that you can create for yourself.
Yes.
Ha! Okay.
100%.
The more you know. I love that. I love that. Next, we talked about father figure. Okay. Eldest daughter. A typical Taylor track 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, this one was giving, like, folklore,
Yeah,
Evermore,
it
Tortured
was.
Poets Department.
It was. And what was interesting to me is I feel like this album, especially in The Fate of Ophelia too, there's some I'm a music person, so I hyperanalyze everything. Not only, and I was an English major, so not only for English literature references and stuff, but I analyze like the beats and the keys of songs because that's just yeah. But so there's a couple which we haven't seen her do much of. There are some interesting choices of time signatures and on and off rhythms, like The Fate of Ophelia. There's a section that starts where you like don't expect it to, and then the same thing kind of in Eldest Daughter. Her phrasing, they're not perfectly evened out, which is interesting. They almost feel like the phrases are like long and continue. It's almost like a continuation of a thought every sentence, which is interesting because she's so like, you look back to Fearless and Speak Now where it's the same chord progression, the same syllables on every line. So there's a lot of creative freedom here, I notice.
Because I feel like with having all of that specifically in Eldest Daughter, more like kind of like slow, like in-depth emotional song.
Yeah.
It's like that it makes the eldest daughter in real life like perfectly relatable. Like coming from kind of half eldest daughter with my half younger sister, like I related to that so much. And I was like, I feel like that's my mind 24/7.
Yeah, like it's just going.
Like organized, but yet like continuous chaos at the same time. Like we're going. Like, I feel like that's what that song gives.
That's so relatable. I'm an eldest daughter. That's so relatable. Yeah, like organized for sure, but the continued chaos of, you know, maybe you're like the guinea pig, the parenting guinea pig, and then also like laying the groundwork for your siblings, trying to be a role model. Like the pressure's there, but also I feel like the stereotype of the oldest sibling is to kind of have it together and be the one that you're organized, you're following, you know, you're paving the way. It's not, and then the second child's usually like the chaotic one. So I get that title in a way of continuous thoughts where honestly, if you were to write all these words out in one sentence and not like split it up into stanzas or verses, it probably would look like sentences that could end and stop in multiple different places.
100%. Yeah, I can definitely agree with you on that.
Ooh, we got deep there.
Another one I feel like is not talked about enough, and it's really good. Honey.
Yeah, it was low on my list after a first listen. Then I listened to it again, and I liked it.
I like it. I get why it's lower on in like some people's lists. It's kind of like middle for me. It's because kind of like, especially growing up in like the service industry.
Yeah.
And, like, I've kind of just grown up very in, like, a big family. We call each other honey when I'm, like, serving and, like, customers. They're like, oh, honey, or, like, something like that. Like, that's what that kind of gives. Like, her songs are so relatable in ways that you, like, would never think about.
Yeah, yeah.
Where it's, like, you don't really see satire as being relatable.
Yeah.
In most, like, instances.
Right.
So, like, I'm re-listening to some of these songs, and I was like, ooh, I get that.
I get that. Yeah. Yeah, I like that too. I think it'll be one of the ones I listen to more for sure. Let me ask, do you have a least favorite?
I think it's because I haven't listened through them enough, but I would have to say Wishlist and Canceled.
Okay. I like Wishlist. I think I like it.
I need to give it more time.
Yeah. I mean, I need to give many of these more time, I think. Canceled would probably be low. Yeah, that would be low for me. I hate that I like Actually Romantic because I don't necessarily I really do like it. Then I don't necessarily like the possible mean girl energy associated with it because it's attacking Charlie XCX when she was at her most vulnerable and like writing about feeling inferior to industry giants, which is like her right to express that. But that's also what we're seeing in her music, not necessarily all that's happening from both sides.
From both sides too. Like
that's what happens with, you know, a diss track. You get the tabloids and you get things that are referenced in the headlines. You don't get what is actually going on in personal relationships.
It's all alleged.
It's all alleged.
All alleged.
Exactly.
No confirmation or anything like that from either side.
Yeah, I agree. So that would probably be low for me. But I mean, I'm looking at this and it's catchy. And granted, it's not. I don't think it's the lyrical masterpiece,
Yes.
the deep, meaningful that folklore had. It's not like world
Yeah.
building or anything. Like, she is telling her story.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like,
and that's
that.
why I appreciate her for that. I love it.
Yeah.
It's quick and catchy.
It's quick and catchy. It's a good drive song.
Yeah, for sure. So now we're seeing her announce all these special editions and vinyls and, you know, all the things like that. Have you listened or read up or watched any of the things that she's released since?
Sadly, no.
Me
I
either.
did. Me and my friend are splitting the 4 CDs.
Okay.
So I will be getting those sometime next week, I'm pretty sure.
As you should.
So I can't wait to see what like little like charms come with everything. But I don't think there's different songs on each CD. I could be very incorrect though.
I just saw like she's releasing like acoustic versions and stuff. Yeah, which I mean she typically will do. This woman, there's the drop and then there's the drop after the drop.
Oh yeah,
every single time.
This woman has a marketing degree.
Yeah.
She definitely knows and understands what she's doing. Yeah. And I have to give her props for it.
I know.
I have to give her props.
There's no denying that. But yeah, so we'll see. I know it's funny. I'm never one to like I like my friend would go and wait in line to get the record and the vinyl and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I listen to her music because I like the music kind of thing.
No, definitely.
But I always love the stories of people getting in line for the CDs and the charms and collecting and all the things. So,
I love it. No, I absolutely love it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have to stop here. Unfortunately, I know we could yap about this all day, but we do have to control ourselves a bit. So stick around. We're going to take one more break, and then we have a special guest. Patrick Berry is going to join us to tease ahead to In Focus this week and close out our show. So stick around. All right, welcome back to these last couple minutes of Off the Desk on this Monday morning. Thanks for being with us as we have a Swifty Monday of Off the Desk. But promise, I was gonna say I promise that was the end of it, but it's probably not. Anyway,
Never will be.
Shifting gears now to welcome our host of 22 News In Focus, Patrick Berry, today. Patrick, how are you on this fine Monday morning?
I'm excellent. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I do want to touch a little bit about Taylor Swift because you had me here on Friday,
yes,
and I interrupted. You did like 25 minutes of Taylor Swift, and you snuck in a little In Focus. I want to sneak in a little Taylor Swift first. How old is she now?
34.
And she's still doing diss tracks. Shouldn't she mature out of that?
But she never had that one though.
I guess
she did behave. For a very
True,
long
she
time.
did behave for a while. Then we hit Reputation, and she kind of stayed in the Reputation era a little bit. Yeah. I'm kind of with you though. I like the song itself. I don't like that we have to be mean girls.
Yeah, exactly.
I get that.
Grow up.
I get
You're
that.
34 years old.
I get that.
You're about to get married.
Yeah.
You know?
I fear I do understand. I do understand that.
I get it. I do get that. All right, Patrick.
That was my one Taylor Swift comment.
Okay. We appreciate it.
Read the New York Post article about her lyrics.
Okay.
If you get a chance. I was going to text it to you, Julia, but I forgot about it.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So that's
go
my
back
next
and read
endeavor.
it. Yeah.
Well, yes, for
sure.
So
switching gears, In Focus. Hopefully, folks, you've been tuning into the 22 News Plus app. I've had some great guests. I really have. Each week, I've had a long lineup of interesting conversations with a wide variety of people. It could be politicians, District Attorney Gallooni, musicians, filmmakers, beekeepers, you name it. This coming week, I've got a few important ones. If you're unaware, the personal debt crisis is at an all-time high. So I've got a specialist coming in to talk about that, and if you are experiencing debt, how you get your life back on track.
Which would be tuning in.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody has it. It's and the good thing is, Massachusetts is better than most states for lower debt. But it's the facts and figures are astronomical. It's ridiculous. Ever wonder how you charge your phone, where the electricity comes from? No. Well, those are the weird things I think about. So I got a guy. I had him in, and we talked about where does the electricity come from to turn the lights on, power the computers, and so forth. So we're talking about that. You guys are more recent to this than I am. School counselors. They used to be school guidance counselors. They're now just called school counselors because they have a multitude of responsibilities.
Yeah.
I didn't
do
know
it all.
that.
They do
I
it
never
all.
knew that.
Exactly. And they're not just high school. They're elementary school, middle school, and high school, covering a wide range. So I thought that was fairly interesting. So I got the head of the Massachusetts School Counselors Association came in, and we had a conversation about that. Yeah.
Cool.
And from my Mass Appeal days, I interviewed a gentleman who organizes a local Native American powwow. Literally, it's a powwow.
Oh, wow.
And that's when groups of Native Americans get together and celebrate. I wanted to learn more about Native Americans local to the Pioneer Valley. So Justin came in and talked to me a bit about that. On everybody's mind is China. I don't know about you guys. I know very little about China. It's a big country. It's halfway around the world.
Yeah.
Got a lot of people over there, billion something people, right? So I had a UMass professor come in and talk to me about China. Like, what's the deal? Why is there animosity between us and China and a lot of countries around the world? Why do they have 1 billion people? Why are, and it's fascinating. He's spent a lot of time in China. He talks about China in his classes, and he teaches about it. So it was a very interesting conversation. Pan Mass Challenge, gentleman out of Suffield, Connecticut, is a supporter and participant in the Pan Mass Challenge. Then he took that to the next level and started to create a Suffield Kids Pan Mass Challenge.
Wow.
So it's it's not a bike race. It's just sort of an event for kids.
Yeah.
Like I think it's in a church parking lot or something like that.
Cool.
And it's a party and whatever. So learn more about that.
Cool.
You guys are probably facing this. You're at your age. You're probably, we talk about the debt crisis. How are you ever going to afford a home?
Yeah.
Right? A condo or your own living space, right?
Well, yes.
So I had a realtor in, and we talked about that. The state of real estate right now, and it's just fascinating. So, and then another conversation I've got this week, and I think this covers all of them. Electric vehicles. A gentleman from Consumer Reports came into the studio, the 22 News Plus studio, and we talked about electric vehicles. So good stuff.
Those are
good
big
stuff.
now. Yeah,
And that's just
Very big
those are the ones that are
conversations.
on this week. And then I've got the chair of the Massachusetts Republican Party coming on. I've got state reps coming on. I'm trying to think. I've got Nate Costa from the Springfield Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
I know
I love it.
the sports show is going to have Nate on a regular basis to talk about the team, their how they're doing and whatnot. But I wanted to have Nate in to really talk about the business of running a professional sports team in Springfield, Mass. What's that about? What a lot of people probably don't realize is that we almost lost the Thunderbirds about a decade ago. The Thunderbirds almost moved. And it was a group of investors that came together because they realized how important it was to have a professional team here in Springfield. So they banded together to keep that team here, which is interesting. I'm a hockey fan, but the AHL, the American Hockey League, which is what the Springfield Thunderbirds play in, is based in Springfield, Mass.
Oh, wow.
They're headquartered right here in Springfield.
Wow.
So for a decade ago with the Thunderbirds, which were then the Falcons, I think was their previous name.
They were the Falcons.
They were the Falcons. They were looking to close down the franchise here in Springfield and move to a different city. And like I said, so my conversation with Nate is more about the business of hockey and
really
exciting.
And how Nate and his team have done a great job making it a destination every weekend from October through April.
Awesome.
That's
Well, that
awesome.
sounds like a great lineup right there.
Thank you.
Lots of good things to come on In Focus. So everyone should tune in. It's on the 22 News. Remind us when it's
So it's
airing?
on the 22 News Plus app every day, Monday through Sunday
Every
from
day.
4 to 5 p.m.
All right.
And then I'm in prime time because, hey, Patrick Berry Hour, Monday through Friday, 9 to 10 p.m. You can always catch it on the app. If you go to WWLP's YouTube page, there's a playlist under there with all my interviews that have been uploaded so far.
Awesome.
That's
All right,
amazing.
Patrick. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. We're back next Monday too, right?
Back next Monday too. Yeah, we'll have teases every Monday. All right. Thank you. And I want to say thank you again to Lindsay for joining me on Off the Desk this morning. We had a fun Swifty / In Focus Monday. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Off the Desk today. Be sure to tune in same time, same place tomorrow. Have a good one.